This just showed up. Let's take it to Japan.
A lot of people don't know this, but Sweetwater actually has an entire department dedicated to just fitting and recommending cases for the instruments that they sell. I personally visited this area of Sweetwater's guitar gallery when I visited Indiana a while back, and it was very impressive. So they catalog all the cases that are available on the Sweetwater website, and if you're shopping for a particular instrument, there is an extensive list of available cases that guitar or bass will fit into, from all price points, from gig bags to hard cases to flight-ready travel cases. As always, I will have Sweetwater affiliate links to everything I feature in this video, so do drop by the video description and help us keep making these videos for everybody to enjoy. Thank you so much.
So this is the Mini Vault from Gator. It is a dual electric guitar hard case that is tough, flight ready, and road ready. And I figured the best way to show it off is to take it on a real world tour travel scenario. So now that I'm back here in LA, let me show you what I have inside. So affixing the lid to the case are these nice and smooth butterfly latches. And even though this is a dual electric guitar case, I traveled with just one guitar because the the initial plan was for me to go guitar hunting in Japan, and whatever I bring back, I have space for it in the case. However, I didn't find anything I really liked, so I just traveled with one guitar. However, when you're traveling, luggage space is a premium, so I managed to stick a few things in there instead of another guitar. So here's the case. This handle is actually very ergonomic. It helped me carry this entire case up a flight of stairs when I was running to catch my train. But yeah, this is nice and sturdy, and I like it. And inside the lid, there are these foam things that you can pick and plug according to the shape of whatever guitar you're going to put in. And then this is also particularly handy because this is where I hide my AirTag. That is important when you're traveling. Don't tell anyone. Okay, now I'm going to have to change the location. Now, since this lid is pretty hefty, there is actually a cool way to, handle and store it when it is off the case. See these magnets right here? You can affix it to the back of the case, and this becomes sort of a brace. That way, the standing case will be a lot sturdier. Okay, so there it is inside. Let's see. There, you can see it better. So there's my guitar. I snuck in my strap in one of these, spots in between the foam. And then I also put my little multi-effects gig bag in there instead of the second guitar. That actually worked out pretty well. This is, my multi-effects that I used on that tour. And since this bag is not slim enough to sink to the bottom of the case, I also managed to sneak in this little Groove Gear bento box that contains, my tour essentials. Music Nomad string winder, strings, this little string stretcher thing, and a guitar multi-tool. And of course, my Peterson strobo clip. Now, I really like the MiniVault's foam inserts. They are nice and sturdy, and they also spring back quite nicely to their original form if you manage to compress them to, make stuff fit. I've also used the older case that is similar to the MiniVault, and the foam they used in that case would rather tear than compress and go back to their original shape. So I like this very much. Now, with the lid off, you may be given the impression that the guitar is loose inside this case, but yeah, like I said, these foam inserts on the lid will push it back and make sure that everything is nice and secure in there. Now, let me take out the guitar. Take out the string and pull it out. Yeah. See. No issues whatsoever. And I didn't even need to take off the whammy bar to put it back in. Now, in this configuration with the lid attached magnetically towards the back of the case, the MiniVault can also double as an on-stage, guitar stand or guitar vault. And this I've seen in actual use at the recent Eraserhead's Los Angeles concert at the Peacock Theater. I know this case. Gator Mini Vault. Kakagamit ko lang yan sa Japan. Okay, now let me share my thoughts on this whole experience traveling with the Gator Mini Vault. Now, at the check-in counter, the Mini Vault looked more like a sporting equipment case instead of a musical instrument case. And the agents made it a point to confirm and ask what the contents are. And I can also tell that they are mildly impressed by the build of this case. Aside from asking me what the contents are, they also came out and measured the exact dimensions. And true enough, it fit right into the check-in baggage requirements, and I wasn't charged extra for it. However, this is true for ANA Airlines though. I can't speak for other airline companies because they each have their own policies. So best do your research. Once checked in, any relevant tags can be easily affixed to this carry handle right here. And this does not go on the regular conveyor belt. You have to drop it off at oversized baggage. And it rolled quite easily with the counter agent towing it all the way over there. When you get to your destination, you also claim it at the oversized baggage carousel. Now, the flight is just one part of the equation when you are traveling with your guitar. You have to deal with, moving this around once you get to your destination. So the first concern is to make sure that, you get into a vehicle that is big enough to accommodate the Mini Vault. Now, cars in Japan are considerably smaller than the ones here in the US. And you can see in this clip that it just barely fits. Now, going from my hotel to the event venue, I really enjoyed wheeling the Gator Mini Vault around. The wheels roll nice and smooth, and there's barely any effort regardless whether you're pulling it or pushing it. Gator did a great job calculating the width and the height of the Mini Vault so that it rolls nice and stable, even at faster speeds. The older similar case I mentioned earlier tends to tip over once, you get into a pretty brisk walking pace. And even though the Mini Vault is bulkier, I definitely prefer traveling with this over a dual guitar gig bag that you wear as a backpack. I was definitely a lot less tired moving around. Now, after the event, I visited our friends at KZ Guitars, maybe 45 minutes south of Yokohama, and I took the train and I took the Mini Vault on the train with me. Again, wheeling it around the train station was not a problem. I just needed to be aware of my surroundings so I don't get in the way of the other commuters. The smooth rolling wheels and this nice big ergonomic handle made it easy for me to handle the Mini Vault and schlep it onto, escalators and elevators and stuff. And as mentioned earlier, I even had to grab the Mini Vault by this front handle and run up the stairs with it to catch my next train. On the way back to Yokohama, I took the wrong train and I ended up in this obscure little train station with a very cool tunnel. So here's a photo of that. Now, as much as I like the Gator Mini Vault, I have a few suggestions that may or may not be doable. So as you can see right here, there is a pretty big space above the headstock, which is great if you're traveling with an especially long guitar like a baritone. But for me, since I travel with regular shape and length guitars, this seems to me like a bit of a wasted space. So perhaps Gator can offer an optional accessory that attaches to this part. That way we maximize all the space inside the Mini Vault. So something like a pouch maybe, or a different foam layout that allows you to attach a shelf. And then I can put my whatever knickknacks in here, or maybe a Gator branded bag to hold all my different accessories and stick it right in there. Also that way I don't have to stuff my strap in whatever available crevices we have in here. Another suggestion would be perhaps a different set of foam inserts that allows you to travel with one guitar and maybe a small pedal board on the other side. That way your entire guitar rig is in one, unit. However, as it is, I can make do and MacGyver my own setup with this. Since the foam is very sturdy and I'm not afraid of tearing it apart. But yeah, if Gator considers adding to the Mini Vault accessories, those are my requests. Okay, there you have it. That is the dual electric guitar Mini Vault from Gator Cases. Again, big thanks to Sweetwater for sponsoring yet another video here on my channel and for giving me free reign in presenting the Gator Mini Vault to all you guys. As always, all the relevant links, affiliate or otherwise, will be in the video description. So drop by, check it out, click on those links and use them to go shopping. Thank you so much. YouTube thinks you're gonna like this next video, so click on it to watch, then go grab your guitar and play something. You all know the drill. Practice makes perfecto. Right there. Cheers.